Good morning, children. Welcome to our English class. We are doing lesson 2, The Parrot Who Wouldn't Talk. In today's class, we are going to learn about listening and punctuation. Now, this is the listening bit given in page number 15 of your textbook, children. This is the summary which is not given in the textbook. The speaker's grandparents do not want to have birds as pets because they have to be kept in cages. But Aunt Ruby refuses to listen to them. She buys a bird from a bird catcher and keeps it in a cage. From the beginning, the parrot takes a dislike to her. She tries her best to teach the bird to talk, but it refuses to do so. One day, the parrot knocks off her spectacles. Aunt Ruby is very annoyed. She is very rude to the bird. A few days later, the bird escapes. When it returns, it repeats what she had said to it. Aunt Ruby feels very ashamed. So this part we understand, we have already known the story, children. So this part explains that the grandparents of the speaker did not want to have pets because they did not want to see any bird or animal in cage. They wanted everything to move freely around. So they did not want any bird to be kept in cage. But Aunt Ruby was not understanding all this. She wanted to definitely have a bird as her pet and keep it in a cage. As she did not listen to them, she bought it from a bird catcher. So this bird which was kept in cage did not like Aunt Ruby at all. Whereas Aunt Ruby was trying to teach the bird to talk. But because this bird was unhappy in the cage, the bird was not at all listening to Aunt Ruby. And one day in anger, this bird, the parrot, just knocked off her spectacles. That is, she threw away the spectacles of Aunt Ruby. At that time, Aunt Ruby got much annoyed. She was very angry and she started to behave very rudely to the bird. She did not talk well to the bird. She did not take care of the bird. She did not give food to the bird and she was very rude to the bird. Then after a few days, this bird somehow escaped from the cage and went away from that house. When this all happened, they were all worried. The speaker was very upset for losing this bird. But after some days, this bird again came back and said the words which Aunt Ruby always tried to teach the bird. The same words this bird repeated to Aunt Ruby. Aunt Ruby thought this is a useless bird which cannot learn any words. But this bird, when it came back and repeated the words, Aunt Ruby felt ashamed of herself. Did you understand the summary, children? Now, based on that summary, what we have read and understood just now, this is the paragraph where blanks are given which need to be filled. I have filled them already. You can go through it and fill in your textbook as well. The speaker's grandparents do not want to have birds as pets because they have to be kept in cages. But Aunt Ruby refuses to listen to them. She buys a bird from a bird catcher and keeps it in a cage. From the beginning, the parrot takes a dislike to her. She tries her best to teach the bird to talk, but it refuses to do so. One day, the parrot knocks off her spectacles. Aunt Ruby is very annoyed. She is very rude to the bird. A few days later, the bird escapes. When it returns, it repeats what she had said to it. Aunt Ruby feels very ashamed. So you have to fill in the blanks as I have filled, children. This is page number 15 in your textbook, children. The first heading is writing. Now imagine that you are a caged animal or bird. Use the points from the discussion and write a paragraph on your feelings and how you manage to escape from the cage. Now you have to imagine you are one of the caged animals or birds, children, and you need to write a paragraph expressing your feelings. How do you feel when you are put in a cage, when you are restricted from not moving anywhere, when you are not allowed to fly high in the sky, and when you cannot meet your family and friends? How do you feel? All those feelings can be written, and also what plan will you make to escape from that cage? You can write a paragraph about it. This is provided as notes for you. Next is punctuation. Read these sentences. Sometimes these birds would learn to talk. I bought roses, sunflowers, tulips, and orchids for Aunt Ruby. You know that the comma is a short pause which we use to separate words or phrases in a list. Commas are also used to separate words like yes, no, thank you, please, oh, and so on from the rest of the sentence. Open the windows, please. Now, if you look at the sentences, children, in the first sentence, after sometimes there's a comma, right? In the second sentence, after roses, there's a comma. After sunflowers, there's a comma. And tulips and orchids, there is no comma because there's an and over there. So, what is the use of comma, children? Comma is a short pause. That means we stop over that comma point for a while and then we continue reading. Like, I bought roses, sunflowers. So, I am giving a short pause over there, children. Short stop over there. That is the use of comma. And the other use of comma is when there is a list of something in a sentence, to separate those words, we use comma. For example, in the second sentence, roses, sunflowers, tulips, orchids, these are the list of flowers. So to separate them, we use commas. And also, whenever we have yes, no, thank you, please, oh, such words in a sentence, there also we have a comma to show that these words are separated from the rest of the sentence. Did you understand? Now this is the exercise based on usage of commas. Place commas in the correct places in these sentences. Yes, Miss Melanie stays here. Now yes is a word where we use again a comma. So there's a comma put over there, children. So I have to read it like this. Yes, Miss Melanie stays here. So after reading the word yes, I am pausing for a short time. So that is the use of comma. You need to place a comma over there, children. There are old clothes, dirty towels, and torn curtains in the closet. So list of things. What are they? Old clothes, dirty towels, and torn curtains. Because there is a list of things, again there is a comma put after the word clothes. No, Mr. Roy will not be back till Wednesday. So there is a word no. So to separate it from the other part of the sentence, there is a comma placed and we need to stop for a while when we are reading it, wherever there is a comma. So I'll read it out again. No, Mr. Roy will not be back till Wednesday. Oh, I thought you were not coming today. So after oh, there's a comma again because we need to put a pause and then continue our reading. Joy bought mangoes, oranges, bananas and pears from the market. So this list of fruits are over here. Mangoes, oranges, bananas and pears. So to separate these lists, we are using commas. Zubin, Zaid, Rajat and Pratham went to watch a film. Now these are the list of names. To separate these names, we use commas. Did you understand the importance of comma in a sentence, children? Comma helps you to stop for a while wherever there is a comma and then continue reading. And also, comma is used to separate words. And also, comma is used wherever the words like yes, no, thank you, please, oh, such words are there. Did you understand? You also need to place the commas like this, how I have placed.